What if I told you? Nobody can agree on what Dr. Pepper actually tastes like. What does Dr. Pepper actually taste like? Cherry? Vanilla? Caramel? Something fruity? Something spicy? Ask 10 people, and you may get 10 different answers. Today, the brand is associated with 23 flavors. But the exact recipe remains a secret. More than a century ago, a pharmacist began experimenting with flavors at a soda fountain. And its strange story began inside a small drugstore in Waco, Texas. What he created would become one of America's most distinctive soft drinks. The year was 1885. In downtown Waco, Texas, a small drugstore had a soda fountain. Like many American drugstores of the era, it was more than a place to buy medicine. Behind that fountain, a young African-American male pharmacist also enjoyed creating carbonated drinks. The drugstore was filled with the aromas of different fruit syrups.
Instead of copying one familiar flavor, he wanted something completely different.
He experimented repeatedly until he found a mixture he liked.
The result was unlike the straightforward flavors people already knew.
Alderton didn't immediately try to build a national business.
First, he offered the drink to the store's owner.
The owner liked it. Then came repeated samples. Customers at the soda fountain liked it too. Soon, word began spreading around Waco.
People started coming back for the unusual drink.
Customers even had an informal name for it, a Waco. But eventually, the mysterious drink needed a real name. So why is it called Dr. Pepper? Here's where the history becomes surprisingly uncertain. The exact origin of the name isn't known. Over the years, more than a dozen different stories have been suggested. But historians cannot confidently identify one definitive explanation. Even its name has a mystery behind it. The period after Doctor eventually disappeared from the branding. The strange drink didn't stay inside one drugstore for long.
Other soda fountains began buying the syrup and serving it to their customers.
And that created a very good problem. Demand was growing. The original soda fountain could no longer handle the interest. The little Waco creation was becoming a real beverage business. In 1891, the business expanded into the Artesian Manufacturing and Bottling Company. Then came the opportunity that could change everything. In 1904, Dr. Pepper reached visitors at the World's Fair in St. Louis.
Nearly 20 million people attended the exposition.
For a drink born inside a Texas drugstore, this was an extraordinary stage. The World's Fair was a showcase of modern American life. New inventions, foods, businesses, and ideas competed for attention. Dr. Pepper now had a chance to move beyond its regional roots. The drink from Waco was becoming part of a much bigger American story. Now we arrive at the question people still ask today. What exactly is the flavor of Dr. Pepper? The answer isn't simply cherry. It isn't simply vanilla.
And it certainly isn't just one obvious flavor.
The Dr. Pepper Museum describes its distinctive taste as coming from 23 flavors. That's part of why describing Dr. Pepper is so difficult. And there's another important detail. The exact formula is secret. The public never gets the complete recipe, revealing exactly how those flavors combine. But a unique flavor isn't enough to create a legendary brand. Early advertising promoted Dr. Pepper as the king of beverages. Then came one of its most unusual campaigns: 10, 2, and 4. The idea was simple: make Dr. Pepper part of people's daily routine. Decades later, the brand kept reinventing its advertising. It became connected with music, television, and memorable campaigns.
Here's the strange thing about Dr. Pepper. You can't easily put it into one familiar category.
Cola? Not exactly. Cherry soda? Not quite.
Root beer? Definitely not. That's why the brand eventually embraced being misunderstood.
If everyone knows exactly what something tastes like, there's less mystery. Dr. Pepper had the opposite problem.
People had to figure out its flavor for themselves.
More than a century later, the most interesting thing about Dr. Pepper isn't simply its age. It's the fact that the mystery survived.
A pharmacist created a drink inspired by the mixed aromas of a drugstore.
Customers gave it a nickname, and demand pushed it beyond one soda fountain. A Texas company took it to the World's Fair, and the drink kept growing. Eventually, it built an identity around something most soft drinks don't have. You can't easily explain it.
Dr. Pepper doesn't officially have no flavor. It has a flavor almost nobody can describe with one word.
It didn't need everyone to agree on its flavor. It only needed people to remember there was nothing quite like it.